Every time I lose my husband, I find him
in the laundry.
In the laundry / engine room, sweating balls.
Yeah. So I've just got the engine back together. We're still unsure of what we're going to do, but we've got 2 options. Oh, 3 options. We've bought a second-hand sail drive, which doesn't look great, but I figured if I didn't buy it, I'd probably want it. So I bought it. That was $2.5 grand from Bundy. And then we can take the top of it off, put it on our sail drive, because you can't buy the spline that comes out of your sail drive. It's a paired gearing and you can't buy them anymore for the 120s apparently. So that's one option. Second option would be to just replace the leg, the sail drive. That's 14 grand. Don't really love that option. The third option would be to guarantee in the future we'd be, you know, good to go. Well, boating life, nothing's ever good to go, but just replace the whole powerhouse, the motor and sail drives, somewhere between 45, 50, I reckon. And then we'd have gear that we know we'd be able to trust, and we'd have to go up to the 50 horsepower Volvo Pinta, which isn't available till Feb. Probably by the time this video comes out, it'll be Feb, but
we'll tell you what our choice was.
Yeah, so we've got a few options, but anyhow, we're at Kingfisher, Fraser Island at the moment. We're here for 2 days. We just figured there's no point sitting in Bundy because there's nothing to do there, and we didn't really know our options. So, yeah, we're just going to get home, chill out a bit, reassess, and do some pros and cons, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll get some good money for these engines. Like, they've got, I think, 800 hours on them. Although they're 20 years old, we've had them checked over completely. They look great inside. The only part would be why spend 14 grand on a new sail drive when I think for 25 grand you can get a whole new motor and sail drive. I was talking to a bloke yesterday about it, so...
and if we keep the Volvos, we don't have to change our base?
Not sure about that. There is a few little bolt holes in the mounting blocks, but that would be the other thing. You know, if we've got to then spend 50 grand on motors and sail drives, do we then have to get glass work done for the base? I don't know. And will the 50s even fit in here?
Yeah. Is
probably the next part that we've got to worry about. So we'll just get back to Brisbane where everything is. My mechanic's in Brisbane. He's a Volvo Pinta dealer.
More options to berth up or park at, you know, friends and family's houses. Yep. We can get a vehicle and get around. It's really hard to get stuff done in the marina. Yep. And as lovely as some of the marinas are, or the staff are, you're never anywhere near a town, so you're very isolated at a marina.
Yeah.
Which isn't great, like with the kids and with me and that. So.
And get Holly home with a bloody hip, like.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse. She's bolted back together.
Good job, baby.
Put a bit more fluid back in it, and then we're not using this engine, but because we got fixed blade props, it means that the sail drive still spins. So therefore, we had to put it back together for when we sail.
Yep.
So we don't do any more damage.
We're all sorted now. We can go and get a feed. I am uploading our video a bit later than normal. But yeah, between the back injury and our motor deciding to crap itself, 48 hours ago roughly now, yeah, sometimes things just get delayed. So, yeah, hopefully once I've got some pain medication and some treatment, I'll be able to edit much quicker. But at the moment, I can really only do a little bit here and there, because the pain is crazy and I'm not getting really any sleep.
While awaiting the right tides, we are lucky enough to have Brad and his family out to visit. Dan and Brad grew up together, boating through the sandy straits and camping on Fraser Island. It's great to see the next generation doing the same thing together.
Just a few generations of Fraser Island shenanigans. So this is the boat that Dan and his cousin Brad grew up on, and now we've got all our kids here to enjoy it. So we're gonna tie up against our boat to get everyone off. They're gonna stay the night. We're gonna have a bit of a double family houseboat night.
Let's go.
Pizza delivery.
Should we? Yeah, chuck these there.
Take anyone.
Good to go.
Woo! Send it! Love ya! That's such a great boat, isn't it? Seeing the sound of its motors makes me want to be on it.
I know, it sounds sick, eh?
I know. It sounds like a car. I'm just scared.
He's going to race the jet ski.
He's so gonna win.
Just left Kingfisher and we are heading back down the Sandy Straits. So we're not doing too bad, we're doing about 5 knots just with the genoa and one engine. Due to the fact we haven't done anything about the other engine yet. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about the other engine. Blah, 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 blah. But, pretty specky little spot with the sandbar out. It's dead low tide at the moment. Tide's only just turned, so we're trying to catch this incoming tide. But, doesn't seem to have started flowing the direction we require just yet. But it'll come.
So here we are, traversing the Sandy Straits on our way home with one motor. As you can imagine, and as we've said a million times, it has been a really stressful few days for us. So we'll keep going through these sand hills or sandbars. We've been through them before already, so we know there's one section that's a bit tough and we need to take a really straight line from the red to the green and not tuck too closely, and I think that's sort of it coming up over there. From there on it should be pretty good and smooth sailing for a bit. So you might be able to see it now as the sun goes. So right there is sand. That whole section to there is sand. How are you feeling, baby?
Yeah, it's intense.
It won't take too much of your time.
It's intense, you've just got to watch the whole time, but yeah, we're in 4.5 meters of water with nothing either side. So it's a little risky because we've got all the sails up just to try and save that one motor that we've still got. But yeah, worst case scenario, if we run aground, I'll just blow all the sails and we won't run aground, we'll be fine.
No.
We've already run aground, but we won't do it again.
But we were going very slow then, thank goodness.
We were going really slow, just with the
like
one motor
knots.
and genoa out, but stuck to all the tracks that we were told to stick to and whatnot. It just...
Even followed basically the last track we took, but...
Yeah. Unfortunately, our breadcrumbs are no longer because we've travelled so far, they just slowly delete behind us. Just not enough memory on it, I suppose, but yeah. It's a beautiful sail, but sun's about to go down. I may pull up stumps when the sun goes down because I don't really want to be doing this without being able to see anything.
No.
Good morning. So it is hopefully the last morning we'll wake up before we get back to Brisbane. We'll have to sail through tonight, and yeah, we should be into Newport. I think sort of tomorrow morning, early, so we'll just anchor up out the front before we go into where we're going to stop for the next few months, well, a couple of weeks anyway, till we work out these engine problems. But yeah, it should be a beautiful sail today. It's a mill pond in here, but we're about to cross the Wide Bay Bar again, and I think we've got sort of 10 knots of a northerly. At the moment it's blowing southeast, so I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is meant to be a northerly today. and that's meant to stick around till Thursday. So I think it's about 10 to 12 knots from about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, and then this afternoon it picks up to about 18 knots tonight, I think. So, but it's meant to be 1 metre swell and no more, which will be good. All right, see you out there. Oh, how are you going, miss?
I had a horrible, horrible night.
Another horrible night, lots of tears.
I just wake up. I'm taking endone at the moment, which gets me about 4 hours of sleep, and then I wake up in agonising pain and can barely move. Normally I come out here or lie on the floor and on a mat and try and do some stretches and roll on a ball, but I've reached that point where nothing is working, so then I take another endone and sleep for another 4 hours, which is not ideal, but when you're out and you don't have any options, sometimes you've just got to get that sleep and stop the pain.
We're just getting through, aren't we?
Yeah, well actually it doesn't even really stop the pain. It just knocks me out to be able to sleep because the pain is too bad. So hopefully in a couple of days I'll be able to start getting some treatment and help and fix it so that I can be better next year. The beauty of doing YouTube and making the videos is that I get to watch all the footage again and I can see how much fun we've had. So even when my mental health is bad because of the pain, I've just got to watch those videos and I know how much fun we had. I just can't feel it or remember it right this moment. So it's the benefit of making videos of your travels. Just look at all these smug little power boats just hooning to get to the bar and cross it easily in like 3 minutes. We used to be one of them. Bloody jerks, give me your motor. If I could have one of their motors just for like half an hour, I'd be so happy. And just like fly and hoon across the bar and be well on our way home. Not that we have a home, but home base for cyclone season and repair maintenance season. Yeah, you keep flying on by. Ugh.
The boss has lost her mind.
Do this for the next 21 hours straight. We arrive home before I have like every chiropractor,
Spit it out, Gina.
acupuncturist, chiropractor, therapy, doctor, x-ray person, like save me. This is horrible.
Poor bugger. It's been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been like up to like my 9th week nearly.
Yeah.
Of when it started.
That's enough to make anyone more crazy than they already were.
I'd rather push out another 50 babies. Like honestly, this is Dan's thinking about the practice. Like the stabbing pain that you get is like having a contraction, but it's been going on for like over 2 months now. I just want to like cut my leg off.
So what I heard there was that basically, because I dealt with sciatic pain for like 8 years, I've basically felt
like childbirth.
Like childbirth.
Yes, now that I know what sciatica means, I know that you've basically dealt through childbirth.
Right. You heard it here.
You didn't ruin your hips and your groin and everything so much trying to push the baby out.
No, my 10 surgeries did that.
Yeah. So we're both equally as broken and damaged, I'm sure.
Oh God.
We entered the waypoints according to the Tin Can Bay Coast Guard, and we are basically at the start of the crossing of the bar now. I think I'm getting eaten by something. Now, I think the hardest part's a bit further out, but we're actually really flat. It's nothing like the first day we crossed. I won't walk to the front just because I'm unstable on my feet at the moment. But I'll show you as we go around from this side and from the port side. And yeah, you'll be able to watch back to our sick day at sea when we all ended up sick and see the difference. I'll put the link in the description so you can jump straight to it. We're about halfway through. Yeah, you won't see them from here. That right through those windows is breaking.
That's right. We're getting there.
Yeah, maybe in a week's time we'll be at the bar.
Not a terrible thing. It means that when we come in, like we're doing a proper full overnighter, it'll be daylight when we get to Redcliffe, so at least we'll drop anchor in daylight in a new anchorage. We are still crossing the Wide Bay Bar, and it is still much more enjoyable than our last time, but it is happening very, very slowly. I reckon another probably 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes and we will be through the bar and sailing down the coast. Exactly what we want to see besides you. Heading out to the ocean. Breaking waves.
Put some sails up. And we're now doing 6.4 instead of 4. Except I'm hoping these marks are right. Who doesn't love sailing through a bar? Well, we made it. How good. Now we can shut the motor off.
We're almost at the outside. In 5 meters at the moment.
Yeah, boys.
Nothing, baby.
Kids are freaking out. Dad's having a great time. How about you, boss?
We just went to 2.6 meters.
Oh, nice. That's because we're in the belly of a wave.
Yeah. Pink Bits is doing us really well today. I'm not going out to the front because...
Did you say spin effect?
No, I said Pink Bits.
Ah, fancy.
Our Pink Bits spin effects, we've been calling that for fun, is doing really well. Flying nicely. We are at about 16. We're jumping usually between 14 or 13 to 16 apparent. And
This is about the max we really want to put her through.
We don't really want it any higher than that, but we do worry that if we take her down, we'll just stop completely.
Yeah,
but,
lose all that power.
Yeah, oh shit! My clock was saying that we weren't going to get there till like tomorrow morning, and then...
Put Pink Bits up now, we're getting there at 10 o'clock.
Boom! So that'll be nice.
Yeah. And I don't think it'll get any rough, like... Yeah, it's meant to not get any higher than 18 knots.
Yeah.
And that's true wind, so that'll be like 17 apparent.
Yeah, so our apparent right now is 9.7, so
yeah.
If we had taken the spin effects...
We're going to start calling it spin effects. My cousin named it spin effects instead of spinnaker.
So we're calling it spin effects, but yeah, we don't want to take her down because our apparent wind speed is staying pretty good. But yeah, I'll lie back down with my ice packs and Dan will keep sailing, and then I'm going to owe him big time for me being so useless this last week.
What do you mean this last week?
I've been pretty useful.
Classic. This is bringing back flashbacks of Percy to score fell today, but we're flying. I'm happy. It's good. Pink Bits is flying, and we're making awesome time. Young fella reckons he just saw some dolphins, and I'll show him if I can, but I can't see them. Normally they'd be on the nose, but as per usual, it won't show up in the GoPro, but we are hooking. We did 12.5 knots just before. You coming back, mate?
Let's go.
You just take it easy.
I'm stuck on the line.
In you go. Definitely too rough for him to be out there.
Yeah.
Where are you, Holly?
Right behind you. This is not a very fun situation.
Plan to work channel 10, channel 10 there, this evening.
Turn on that light. No, I don't want the light on. Why? Oh, crikey. Nothing's nerve-wracking. Oh. Massive big cargo ship going around beside us now. I'm not turning my light on because I don't want them to think that we're trying to catch good footage on purpose, because that is very much what we're not trying to do. But there are a lot of ships in the channel tonight by the looks of it, and our movement isn't the best, so yeah, he is cooking. I think that's going to help at all.
Do you reckon they could see me very easily?
I don't know. Look at how high those containers are stacked. That is crazy.
As we fly through the night, we reach an almost 90-degree turn near Caloundra, with a massive container ship headed our way. I was trying to pinch the wind rather than douse the spinnaker in the dark, as we were only a couple of hours from home and Holly was unable to help with the sails. As we were on a collision course, I pick up the radio to make contact when they call us for our intentions, as we are on their side of the channel. I advise, we are down to one motor and our spinnaker is tangled, providing minimal manoeuvring abilities, and requests a starboard to starboard drive-by. The captain responds and graciously offers to give us a wide berth around the turn. Although there is a distance between us, seeing a shipping container towering over you as you essentially float to the side of them is still a crazy experience. Then we wait for their waves. I adjusted the spinnaker and we sailed smoothly to our mate's place in Newport and are extremely grateful to tie up at around 1 a.m. and head to bed.